Imagine booking your dream trip or securing a job overseas, only to find out you're not allowed to enter. As we step into 2025, more and more countries are tightening their borders, making it harder for Filipinos to visit or work abroad. Why is this happening? Which countries are affected? And most importantly, how can you avoid getting stuck? In this video, we'll reveal 10 countries where Filipinos face serious travel restrictions, including some shocking ones you might not expect. Stay until the very end because we have a special surprise for you. A crucial tip that could save you time, money, and frustration on your next trip. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below. Have you ever faced travel difficulties as a Filipino? We'd love to hear your experience. Now, let's get started. Number 1, Kuwait. For years, Kuwait has been a top destination for overseas Filipino workers, offering jobs in domestic work, construction, and various industries. But in 2025, the reality is very different. What was once an opportunity-filled country has become a tricky, even dangerous place for Filipinos. Diplomatic tensions, a relationship on the edge. The Philippines and Kuwait have had a rocky relationship due to alarming reports of abuse, exploitation, and mistreatment of Filipino workers, especially domestic helpers. In response, the Philippine government has repeatedly imposed bans on sending new workers to Kuwait, highlighting the risks of U.S. face. Every new incident adds to the tension, making it harder for Filipinos to secure jobs or feel safe in the country. Working in Kuwait, is it worth the risk? Even for Filipinos already in Kuwait, job security remains fragile. Advisories warn about exploitative employers, lack of legal protections, and harsh working conditions. Many have now questioned, is Kuwait still worth the risk? Culture shock, a world apart. Beyond employment challenges, adapting to life in Kuwait is no easy feat. Filipinos, known for their warm and lively culture, often struggle with Kuwait's strict social norms, conservative traditions, and reserved lifestyle. This cultural gap can lead to isolation, homesickness, and daily struggles in a society very different from what they're used to. So, is Kuwait still a land of opportunity or a destination to avoid? The answer isn't simple, but if you're planning to work or visit, you must be aware of these risks. Number 2, Japan. Japan is a country that captivates the world with its ancient traditions, futuristic cities, and thriving economy. For many Filipinos, it seems like a dream destination, a place of limitless opportunities, cherry blossoms, and cutting-edge. But behind the allure, there are hidden challenges that make it tough for Filipinos to live and work in Japan. Immigration laws, a long and winding road. Japan's strict immigration policies make it one of the hardest places for Filipinos to secure a work visa or permanent residency. The process requires extensive documentation, proof of employment, and sometimes even fluency in Japanese. This can turn a dream move into a bureaucratic nightmare. Lost in translation, the language barrier struggle. Unlike in the Philippines, where English is widely spoken, Japan operates almost entirely in Japanese. For Filipinos who don't speak the language, even simple tasks like grocery shopping, asking for directions, or seeing a doctor can become overwhelming. Without fluency, career growth and social integration also become much harder. Cultural shock, a different way of life. Japan values politeness, precision, and social harmony, while Filipinos are known for their warm, expressive, and family-oriented culture. These differences can make life in Japan feel lonely and rigid, leading many Filipinos to struggle with isolation and cultural adaptation. So, is Japan still the ultimate dream destination for Filipinos? Or is it a beautiful but difficult place to truly call home? Let's dive deeper into what it really takes to live in the land of the rising sun. Number 3, Italy. Italy, home to breathtaking landscapes, world-famous cuisine, and a rich cultural legacy. For many, it's a dream destination, a place where history and modern life blend seamlessly. But for Filipinos hoping to travel, work, or settle here, the reality is far more complicated. Visa maze, a challenge from the start. Italy's immigration process is notoriously complex, with rigid requirements, mountains of paperwork, and lengthy approval times. Many Filipinos struggle to navigate the system, often feeling frustrated and discouraged before even setting foot in the country. The harsh reality of the job market, While Italy is known for its vibrant cities and bustling streets, its economy tells a different story. With high unemployment rates and economic instability, finding work, especially for foreigners, can be like searching for a needle in a haystack. Many Filipinos face stiff competition and struggle to secure stable jobs. Culture shock, more than just pasta and romance, Italy's way of life is dramatically different from what many Filipinos are used to. From the laid-back afternoon siestas to the strong emphasis on local traditions, adapting can be a challenge. While Filipino warmth and Italian passion may seem like a perfect match, differences in social norms, language, and lifestyle can make integration more difficult than expected. So, is Italy truly a land of dreams? Or is it just an impossible puzzle for Filipino migrants? Let's uncover the truth behind the challenges of making Italy a home. Number 4. Australia. For decades, Australia has been a top dream destination for Filipinos. Whether for work, study, or simply to explore its stunning beaches, modern cities, and laid-back lifestyle. But is the dream still alive in 2025? Unfortunately, getting into Australia isn't as easy as it used to be. Visa nightmares, more paperwork, more problems. Filipinos hoping to visit or move to Australia must go through an increasingly complex visa process. Whether you're a tourist, student, or worker, you'll need to provide proof of financial stability, comprehensive health insurance, character references, background checks. With longer processing times and tighter immigration rules, securing a visa has become a waiting game filled with uncertainty. The work and holiday visa, stuck in limbo. There was once hope for a work and holiday visa agreement between Australia and the Philippines, allowing young Filipinos to work and travel freely for 12 months. But as of 2025, it remains in bureaucratic limbo, leaving thousands waiting for an opportunity that may never come. Jobs see high costs, a double challenge. Even if you get past the visa barriers, Australia's rising living costs and job market competition make securing a stable job increasingly difficult. While opportunities exist, finding one that meets visa requirements and supports a comfortable lifestyle is another challenge altogether. Culture shock down under. The Aussie way of life, from its laid-back attitude to its dry humor and slang, can take time to adjust to. Filipinos may face social workplace cultural differences, language barriers in everyday interactions, challenges in building a new community, far from home. So, is Australia still worth it? With stricter immigration policies, economic pressures, and cultural barriers, is Australia still the land of opportunity Filipinos once dreamed of? Or is it now a closed door for many hopeful travelers and workers? Let's dive deeper into the realities of Filipino migration to Australia in 2025. Number 5. Malays. For years, Malaysia has been a top choice for Filipinos seeking work, business, or a fresh start abroad. Its proximity, shared history, and cultural similarities made it an attractive destination. But in 2025, is Malaysia still a welcoming land of opportunity, or has the door started to close? Let's uncover the truth. Political tensions, stricter borders, diplomatic strains, especially over territorial disputes and labor concerns, have pushed Malaysia to tighten immigration policies against Filipino nationals. The Malaysian government is now prioritizing locals over foreign workers, making it harder for Filipinos to find legal pathways into the country. The job market shifts. Fewer opportunities for Filipinos. Many Filipinos build careers in construction, manufacturing, and services in Malaysia. But recent labor law changes now favor Malaysian citizens, cutting down opportunities for foreign workers. Work permits are becoming harder to obtain, leaving thousands of hopeful job seekers at a standstill. Visa process. More scrutiny, more rejections. The visa application process has become a long and stressful journey for Filipinos. Why? Tighter background checks to prevent overstaying, longer processing times, higher rejection rates. These new barriers have left many struggling to secure legal entry into Malaysia. Culture shock despite similarities. While the Philippines and Malaysia share historical and cultural ties, differences in social norms, religious expectations, and local attitudes can still create unexpected integration challenges. Is Malaysia still an option for Filipinos? With stricter immigration rules, fewer job opportunities, and political tensions, Malaysia is becoming a less welcoming destination for Filipinos. But is this a temporary shift, or will it shape the future of Filipino migration for years to come? Stay tuned as we explore the changing landscape of Filipino travel and work abroad in 2025. Number 6. Qatar. For decades, Qatar has been a land of opportunity for thousands of Filipino workers, professionals, and travelers. With its booming economy and high demand for labor, many have sought to build a better future in this Middle Eastern powerhouse. But as 2025 unfolds, new restrictions are making it harder than ever for Filipinos to enter and thrive in Qatar. What's changing? Let's dive in. Tougher visa rules. More barriers. More rejections. No matter the reason for traveling, tourism, work, study, or visiting family, Filipinos must secure a visa before setting foot in Qatar. But with stricter policies and more documentation requirements, securing approval is far from easy. Breaking down the visa types. Tourist visa only valid for 30 days, no extensions allowed. Family visit visa requires proof of income before sponsorship is granted. Student visa. You need an acceptance letter from a Qatari institution before applying. Business visa only available through a sponsoring employer. Qatar electronic travel authorization, available for select travelers with existing visas from certain countries. If you don't meet these strict criteria, your dream of visiting Qatar may end before it even begins. Health protocols, strict rules that could delay your plans. Health and safety measures remain a top priority in Qatar. While some countries have eased restrictions, travelers from the Philippines and other red list nations face extra hurdles. Vaccinated, expect a long hotel quarantine. Fully vaccinated, you may still need a shorter isolation period. These health protocols add another layer of uncertainty for Filipinos planning to travel or relocate to Qatar. Plenty of jobs, but is there room for Filipinos? Qatar remains a hotspot for global job seekers. But with an influx of skilled workers from across the world, competition is fiercer than ever. Even qualified Filipinos often struggle to land jobs that match Qatari labor policies and company hiring standards. Cultural shifts. Can Filipinos adapt? Beyond the paperwork and job hunt, cultural integration is another challenge. Qatar's deeply conservative society can be a stark contrast to the more open and relaxed Filipino way of life. Strict dress codes, social rules, and local customs must be followed. Language barriers can make it tough to access services and navigate daily life. For Filipinos used to a vibrant, family-oriented culture, adjusting to Qatari norms can feel isolating and overwhelming. Is Qatar still worth the challenge? With stricter visa policies, tough job competition, and cultural adjustments, Qatar is becoming a less accessible destination for Filipinos. But is it still worth the effort? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for more updates on global travel restrictions for Filipinos in 2025. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest insights. Number 7. Singapore. Singapore has long been a top destination for Filipinos, whether for work, tourism, or business. With its booming economy, modern infrastructure, and high quality of life, it's no surprise that many dream of experiencing the Lion City. But in 2025, things are changing. Stricter immigration policies, tougher job markets, and rising living costs are making it harder than ever for Filipinos to enter and thrive in Singapore. What's happening? Let's break it down. New visa hurdles. More paperwork, more rejections. Gone are the days when Filipinos could enter Singapore with ease. Now, strict visa requirements mean that anyone traveling for tourism, work, or business must prove financial stability, secure accommodations, and navigate a lengthy approval process. Subsidiaries are breaking down the visa options for Filipinos. Tourist visa allows 30-day stays but demands proof of accommodation and a return flight ticket. Employment pass for highly skilled professionals, but only granted to those earning above a specific salary threshold. S-Pass EU for mid-skilled workers, but limited by strict quotas that favor Singaporeans over foreign applicants. With longer processing times and higher rejection rates, getting a Singapore visa in 2025 is no walk in the park. Tighter job market. Why finding work is tougher than ever. Singapore's government is prioritizing local employment, making it difficult for foreigners, including Filipinos, to secure jobs. Work permits are limited, and companies must prove that no local worker can fill the position before hiring from. High living costs and a fiercely competitive job market add extra pressure. Many Filipinos find themselves struggling to justify their work visa applications, or even considering other destinations instead. The cost of living dilemma. Is Singapore still affordable? Singapore may offer high wages, but rising costs of housing, food, and daily expenses mean that many Filipinos struggle to make ends meet. While some high-income professionals thrive, mid- and low-wage workers often face financial stress due to the expensive lifestyle. Cultural adaptation. Can Filipinos blend in? Singapore is famous for being a melting pot of cultures, but that doesn't mean integration is effortless. The fast-paced, high-pressure work culture can be overwhelming, and social norms, like strict rules on public behavior and speech, can take time to adjust to. Strict laws on chewing gum, smoking, and even jaywalking can catch Filipinos off guard. Long work hours and a highly disciplined society may feel different from the more laid-back Filipino way of life. Is Singapore still worth it? With tougher immigration laws, fewer job opportunities, and high cost of living, Singapore is no longer as accessible for Filipinos as it once was. But is it still worth the effort? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Stay updated on global travel and immigration news. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest insights. Number 8. Saudi Arabia. For decades, Saudi Arabia has been a land of opportunity for millions of overseas Filipino workers, offering jobs in construction, healthcare, and domestic work. But in 2025, things are shifting. Stricter visa policies, diplomatic tensions, and labor rights concerns are making it increasingly difficult for Filipinos to work or travel to the kingdom. What's really going on? Let's dive in. Visa roadblocks, a tougher path to Saudi Arabia. Filipino travelers and workers must secure a visa before entering Saudi Arabia. But new restrictions and longer processing times have made it more challenging than ever. Types of visas for Filipinos in 2025. Tourist visa, available but difficult to obtain due to strict eligibility criteria. Work visa requires a job offer, employer sponsorship, and extensive documentation. Hajj Umrah visas, special religious visas for pilgrimage, subject to strict regulations. The reality, applicants face intensive screening, unpredictable approval times, and growing uncertainty about whether they'll get the green light to travel. Diplomatic tensions, a strained relationship. Tensions between Saudi Arabia and the Philippines have escalated in recent years due to concerns over labor rights and worker protection. The Philippine government has imposed temporary bans on sending new workers to Saudi Arabia in response to reports of exploitation and abuse. What's causing the strain? Cases of unpaid wages and contract violations for EWS. Concerns over worker mistreatment and inhumane living conditions. The Philippine government demanding stronger protections for its citizens abroad. As a result, Saudi Arabia is tightening its immigration policies, making it even harder for Filipinos to secure work permits. The labor rights dilemma. Is Saudi Arabia still safe for viewers? For many of us, Saudi Arabia represents opportunity, but also risk. Key challenges faced by Filipino. The kafala system. This employer-sponsored system ties workers' residency status to their job, often leading to power imbalances and exploitation. Lack of legal protection. Many workers struggle to seek justice for issues like unpaid wages, contract disputes, and mistreatment. Stricter employment policies. The government is favoring local hires over foreign workers, reducing job opportunities for Filipinos. With growing restrictions and concerns over worker rights, the question remains, is Saudi Arabia still worth the risk for viewers? Cultural barriers. A different world for Filipinos. Saudi Arabia is one of the most conservative countries in the world, and adapting to its strict social norms can be challenging for Filipinos. What's different? Dress codes and public behavior are strictly regulated. Limited freedoms for women, affecting Filipinas who work or live there. Language barriers make daily interactions more challenging for those who don't speak Arabic. For many Filipinos, the cultural gap can lead to feelings of isolation, making it harder to settle into life in Saudi Arabia. The big question, is Saudi Arabia still an option for Filipinos? With tightened visa rules, labor rights concerns, and cultural challenges, Saudi Arabia in 2025 is no longer the easy choice it once was for Filipinos. Would you still consider working or traveling there? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Stay informed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest global travel and work updates. Number 9. United Arab Emirates Kuwait. The UAE is another country where travel restrictions for Filipinos are becoming increasingly evident. While it remains a popular destination for work and tourism, various policies complicate entry for Filipino citizens. Visa requirements. Similar to Saudi Arabia, Filipinos must obtain a visa before entering the UAE. The types of visas available include tourist visa, typically valid for 30 days, requires proof of accommodation and return flight. Necessary for those seeking work, requiring sponsorship from a UAE-based employer. Transit visa are required for layovers longer than a specific duration. This can be particularly challenging if traveling on connecting flights. The visa application process can be lengthy and requires extensive documentation, which may include bank statements, employment letters, and health insurance coverage. Economic factors. The UAE's economic climate significantly impacts Filipino access. While there are numerous job opportunities available in sectors such as hospitality, construction, and healthcare, competition is fierce. Many Filipinos find it increasingly challenging to secure positions that meet the stringent requirements set by UAE authorities. Labor rights concerns. Labor rights issues also persist in the UAE. Reports indicate that many foreign workers face challenges similar to those experienced in Saudi Arabia. Wage theft, delays, or non-payment of salaries are common complaints among U.S. Poor working conditions. Many workers report unsafe working environments and inadequate living conditions. Legal protections. Foreign workers often lack adequate legal protections against exploitation. These factors contribute to an environment where obtaining a visa can become increasingly complicated due to heightened scrutiny over labor practices. Cultural integration challenges. While the UAE is known for its multicultural environment, cultural integration can still pose challenges for Filipinos. The fast-paced lifestyle and different social norms may create barriers to building community connections and adapting fully to life in the UAE. Number 10. Oman. Oman, located on the southeastern coast of the Arabian Peninsula, is known for its stunning landscapes, rich history, and unique cultural heritage. With a population of approximately 5 million, it has become an attractive destination for foreign workers, including many Filipinos who seek employment opportunities in various sectors such as healthcare, construction, and domestic work.
Travel restrictions for Filipinos in Oman. Visa requirements.
One of the most significant barriers for Filipinos wishing to travel to Oman is the stringent visa requirements. To enter Oman legally, Filipinos must obtain a visa prior to their arrival. Types of visas available include
Generally valid for up to 30 days with options for extension. Requires proof of accommodation and return flight.
Searching necessary for those seeking work. Applicants must have a job offer from an Omani employer who acts as their sponsor. First Family Visit Vivi allows family members of expatriates residing in Oman to visit but requires sponsorship. The visa application process can be complicated and time-consuming. Applicants must provide comprehensive documentation, including financial statements, employment letters, and health insurance coverage. The processing time can vary significantly depending on the type of visa applied for and the applicant's circumstances. Economic factors. Oman's economy has shown resilience in recent years due to oil revenues and diversification efforts. However, economic conditions can impact job availability and immigration policies. Many sectors that traditionally employed Filipinos have faced fluctuations due to global economic trends and local labor market demands. Implications for Filipino citizens. Employment opportunities. While Oman offers job opportunities in various sectors, the stringent visa requirements and competition can limit access for many Filipinos. Job security. Many of us face job insecurity due to contractual issues or changes in immigration policies that may affect their residency status. Work conditions. Reports indicate that some Filipino workers experience poor working conditions or exploitation in certain sectors. Legal protections. Legal protections for foreign workers can be inadequate in Oman. Kafala system. The sponsorship system ties workers' residency status to their employers, creating a power imbalance that can lead to abuse. Many expatriates find it difficult to seek legal recourse when facing exploitation or unfair treatment due to language barriers and unfamiliarity with local laws. Health and safety concerns. Health protocols. Health concerns have become increasingly relevant due to global events such as pandemics. Travel restrictions related to health crises may affect Filipinos' ability to enter or remain in Oman. Access to healthcare. Expatriates may face challenges accessing healthcare services due to insurance limitations or language barriers. So guys, this was the best list of 10 countries where Filipinos aren't allowed in 2025. Hope you will like it and appreciate it. As we move into 2025, understanding the travel restrictions faced by Filipinos is vital for those considering international mobility. Countries like Kuwait, Japan, and Italy present unique challenges that stem from diplomatic tensions, strict immigration policies, and cultural differences. By staying informed about these issues, Filipino travelers can better prepare themselves for potential obstacles they may encounter abroad. In summary, while opportunities exist globally for Filipino citizens seeking work or travel experiences, awareness of these barriers is crucial for making informed decisions about their international journeys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for the latest upcoming travel videos. Bye-bye! See you!